We are. And welcome everyone. We are live, and I'm joined today with an amazing guest. I am so honored to have you, Alison Judge. Welcome to this new leadership series episode. And we are ready for a beautiful conversation. Welcome, my dear Alison. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Wonderful. So, and it's incredible because Alison is connecting from University of Cambridge. I feel like such an honor to have us coming into a classroom at Cambridge. Thank you for receiving us. Thank you for having us. It feels like we're back into the school time. So it's incredible.
Thank you so much, Hynd. It is such an honor to be here. And yes, this is right down in the basement. It's one of the lecture rooms right down at the bottom of the engineering department. We're just about to start our academic year. So welcome to Cambridge.
Oh, so you didn't start yet, right?
No, officially we don't start until I think next Wednesday. That's when teaching starts. But, people are starting to come back and yeah.
Okay. So with me, I was trying to make sure that we are live streaming in different platforms. I'm trying to fix the one from Instagram because it's not working, but we are live streaming in all the others, so it's all perfect. All right. So with me is a true born global and a third culture leader, and I'm always impressed by who you are and the incredible value and understanding that you have of continents and languages. I mean, every day you impress us with, you speak English, you speak French, you speak Arabic, you speak many dialects of Arabic, which is an incredible thing. And this makes you a leader in communication and a communication coach for women. And you also teach at Cambridge. So tell us, what has made you become such an incredible expert in communication and languages?
My goodness me, first of all, thank you for that introduction. And I have to say that in my observation, your average Moroccan speaks at least 4 languages. So I don't consider myself anything special in that regard. But what took me on this journey was really, I was programmed from the beginning to communicate. My first ever memory when I was 18 months old is about the need to communicate. I didn't know what communication was, but I knew that I needed to transfer some information to my parents. And later on, I found out that this was called communication. So my very first memory was all about this. And I grew up in a sense, born global. I use that term because, well, it started off as a business term, but I've borrowed it. Born global really means somebody who's always seen the world as interconnected and has always thought globally on a worldwide scale. And I just loved languages and cultures right from the beginning. I was lucky that my family was dispersed around the world, so I could go and visit lots of different places. My mother started me on the journey of traveling and studying when she sent me to France when I was 12.
Okay.
But I had already met my Italian cousins who lived in Italy when I was 10. So there's always a bit of interference.
So you speak Italian. So you speak English, French, Arabic, Italian. What else?
So when I speak French, I'm thinking in Italian.
I love that.
I used to live in Italy. I did German at school. I learned Spanish. My degree was in Japanese. And then I spent time in India. So I decided to learn Urdu, which is
Oh my God, that's 8.
Yeah. Well, Arabic, inshallah. We're still working on the Arabic, but yeah.
The Arabic is impressive.
Thank you.
Because the Arabic is like so many dialects. Is to be able to pick up the dialects. It's like you gotta be an incredible genius.
Thank you.
Wow.
I have a long way to go with Arabic, but it's a passion. It's such a beautiful language. So thank you for encouraging me.
So, what did you extract from knowing all those languages? What is the common thread in communication? Because you are such a beautiful position where you can share with us what are the feelings that you feel are the same throughout. Is it
Wow. I think we are one, really. We are one. You know, cultures are different, there are different filters, but we feel the same emotions. You know,
Mm,
that cliche, cut us and we all bleed the same way. We are one. And I see diversity not as a source of fear, but as an infinite invitation to connect with people and discover more. So it's about staying curious, staying empathetic, retaining your own identity, because that's important too. Don't sort of adapt so much just to fit in, but always respect and
mm,
just seek to understand and to connect.
mm. I love this. I love this. Always respect. When you see people different, diversity is an invitation to connect. I
Yeah,
love it. This is so beautiful. And I think this is what we need more of, because when you are not, when you're drawn into diversity and differences so that you can understand the other, that's the part of communication, isn't it?
right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so important to keep your heart open and your
Mm,
mind open, because we're
mm,
very, very quick to judge. And I would say now more than ever, life has got quite shouty. It's got very, very divisive. And it's such a shame. The world is so, so, so beautiful. That's what I've learned. I started traveling by myself, well, apart from when my mom sent me to France when I was 12. Um,
which is very early, actually. I'm
early.
not sure I will send my daughter that young. Yeah.
God bless her. Mom did not even ask me. She just told me you're
Yes.
going. But I loved it. I wanted to go.
Yeah,
So
it's freedom and freedom at 12 years old. Oh my God.
yes, 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 absolutely, absolutely. And then I really consciously started traveling alone when I was 17 until 29. That was, you know, a decade and a bit of just traveling, studying, volunteering, experiencing different cultures, learning different languages. Yeah, it was incredibly enriching. Yeah.
I love it. This is incredible. And what brought you to become naturally a communication coach and a leading in speaking in public? How did you come to realize that this is your gift?
Well, ironically, for somebody who specializes in communication, there was a time when I didn't always speak up. And so
Mm,
my story actually starts with my seventh birthday.
mm,
And, you know, it was a beautiful day. I was coming to school with a bag prepared by my mom with some nice chocolates to share for my classmates. And I was so excited about it. I was so excited to celebrate with them. And the teacher came in. I think she had a little edge, and she just told us all to sit down. Now, normally the teacher would say, "Okay, good morning, everybody. How are we today?" She went straight into sit down, get your books out, write. We're going to do a test. And I thought, okay, I need to tell her that it's my birthday and I've got some chocolates to share with everyone. So we're all sitting down, and she says the first word. And when everyone's, you know, writing down the first word, I think this is my chance. I'm going to tell my teacher. So I put up my hand and said, "It's my birthday." This was a big mistake in
wow.
the eyes of my teacher, and I cannot remember the words she used because it was a long time ago. But I remember the feeling, and the feeling was deep shame. And in my
Mm,
very childish brain, I associated then speaking up with
mm.
shame.
That's
And
wow.
I found out, I just found myself for the next few decades really dimming my light
Of course.
and silencing my voice. So I would be in situations where I'd be required to speak up. And unless I was acting a part in a play or interpreting somebody else's lines as an interpreter, as a translator, I wasn't really able to speak with my own message.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Alison, thank you so much for sharing this, because I know so many people watching us, we have all experienced something so similar. And if, mainly us women, like as girls, as young women, we all have been stopped in our enthusiasm and excitement, and just like, ugh, blocked.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there's something very powerfully feminine about this. Now, you know, I'm not a scientist, but if you take a look at a picture of the trachea,
Yeah.
where our voice is centered, and then
Yes.
the female reproductive organs, actually the vagina going up to the uterus, it's remarkably similar. And
Wow.
yeah, and I think that is not a coincidence. I think it is very important for women to use this center, because if they don't, something fundamental in them is getting blocked. This is
Yeah.
what I actually.
And it feels like it's getting blocked. You're so right, because you like, you cannot breathe easily. It's just like something closed off.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is really what happened to me. And I shut down for a long time. I was very good at my job, and I just thought being good at my job will be enough. That should speak for
No, no.
itself.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it does not. You also need to, I think it was Dr. Nabila the other day who said, speaking about the work is part of the work. I completely
Yes.
agree. Shout out to Dr. Nabila. That was an amazing episode.
Ah, that's so nice. We will get tag her. It
Yeah.
is. These episodes are incredible, and
Yeah.
yours is
Yeah.
it's gonna be a reference, because we do not speak about what hurts us,
No.
because sometimes it's still so painful that it's very hard to speak it, because you don't want to talk about your wounds, or whatever you've gone through and your traumas when the wound is still open, because it hurts, right? You
Yeah.
have to share it from a healed scar. And when
Absolutely.
you share it from a healed scar, then you can activate a healing
Yeah.
mechanism in whoever is watching us.
Yeah.
And I salute you, because that's a lot of work to be able to let go of such a trauma. And I'm like,
Well, I did it during the pandemic, as many people do. You remember that phrase at the time, if you can't go outside, go inside. Well, I went really deep inside, and I did a lot of engaging with my inner child. Yes, yes. And some of it I had really buried, and I think many of us do, just so that we can get on with our day-to-day life.
yes.
And so now I'm able to speak without referencing any of I mean, everyone has trauma, right? I'm not saying mine was very traumatic, but for a child, it was enough for me to silence my voice. But I mean, my journey didn't just start in the pandemic. I found myself teaching, interpreting, working with various languages in different global locations. And that was all great. And one day I found myself in London in this beautiful office, surrounded by men, coincidence, and that's okay. I like men. Um,
Yeah.
but they were not letting me have a word in. And I
No.
was this subject expert.
But wait, this is very important. They were not letting you have a word in because they will stop you, or you stop yourself because you're thinking that they're not letting you. It's
Good
different.
save, Dr. Hind. Good save. It was me. It was me. I
Yeah.
interpreted.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is good, because a lot
Yeah.
of time we imagine things, but that's our perception, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Let me rephrase that. So I felt unable to speak up. And also, I had been, being British as well, ultimately, I'd been trained to wait my turn before I spoke. And so I was waiting for the perfect moment to speak up. Now, I had a subject expert in what they were talking about. They were talking about working with a Japanese multinational. I have a degree in Japanese. I've worked with 2 Japanese companies. And I had something to say about it. And they'd invited me to the meeting, and I found myself quiet and really angry inside. And in that meeting, something changed in me. And I thought, this is not going to happen again. So I started to go on a journey of public speaking, training, first of all. Finally, I was invited to help bring public speaking to Cambridge with the Cambridge Union a few years ago. And I noticed that the classical way of teaching public speaking was good, but I felt that there was a piece missing for women. And it was that piece about your blocks. Where do they come from? I see so many brilliant women who just don't have confidence in themselves to and share something with the world. And that's really serious. It's not just serious for that woman, it's serious for the world. If we
That's
think
true. Because
Yeah.
they have something to say. They got to say it.
Absolutely. And there are consequences. For example, let's think about the peace talks that are happening around the world. In the 1990s, we had a terrible situation still going on in Northern Ireland. Really, decades-long conflict. It wasn't until women were invited to the negotiation table that there was a real chance for lasting peace, and peace, in fact, was established. Wouldn't it be wonderful if there were more women participating in peace negotiations? And in order to be able to do that, women have to have the confidence to access their own voice. It's not about finding their voice. They've always had their voice. It's about reconnecting with it. And that's really where I decided, okay, I have to do something for women now. And I created my own formula, which is called REAP, R-E-A-P.
Reap, REAP.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell us what it means.
So R is for recognize, and that's really about doing the deep inner work. First of all, it's about saying, what is my situation? What are my blocks? Are they true? Quite often they're not. How have they affected me and kept me silent? And then the next one is enchant, and that's through storytelling.
I
Because
love it. This is beautiful. Enchant.
the human brain is wired to love storytelling. And when you're sharing a story with your audience and they're going on that journey with you, they're feeling it, they're living it with you, you're creating more oxytocin.
Connection.
Yes,
Connect with them.
connection.
You
Because
connect.
absolutely. Because
And that's the very root of what communication is. You connect.
Exactly. So yeah, storytelling is an extremely important part of establishing connection. And when we're connected, of course, we understand each other better, right? And then A is for amplify. Now, amplify is for all of those techniques. Traditionally, in other public speaking training that I'd done, people went straight to their techniques. So they'd be talking about vocal delivery, physical, body language, gestures, all of these things, and rhetorical devices, linguistic features. I felt that was missing something fundamental at the beginning. I think it was really important for me to go back to the preparing the soil. That's what R is actually in the root formula, preparing the soil. Then enchant is planting the seed. Then A is amplify your voice through technique, and that is about nurturing the plant. And then the final one is P, and that is to perform with presence.
I love that. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And obviously, when you reach P, the seed that you've planted, seed that you've watered, is ready to blossom.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like the person is blossoming, like their work is bearing fruit, and it's an amazing thing to watch a woman accessing a power that she's always had, but has often kept hidden for a long time. Sometimes or very often because she and we as women want to stay safe. That's what I was doing when I was 7, when I wasn't speaking up. I wanted to stay safe. It's safe as a woman to use your voice.
Yes, and I love that. It's like it's really an invitation to every woman and everyone watching us today to shift that paradigm of no, it is not safe to stay quiet. It's safer to use your voice.
Absolutely. The biggest risk and the biggest tragedy would be staying silent. You've got so much to lose by staying silent. It feels scary in the beginning, of course, because anything we do that's new is scary. Of course it is. But we have lots of fun. We have lots of fun on the journey. We build a beautiful, supportive community of women who are going through the same journey together, encouraging each other, cheering each other on. It's an amazing program. Yeah.
I love it because the creation of a community and a collective intelligence just gives you that support that we all crave somehow to get started. No matter what level we are, it's just nice to see that there are others with you, sharing the love, sharing the journey.
Absolutely. And knowing that you're not alone and the things that you have, because when we are feeling shame, we think, I am the only one who feels like this. Nobody else knows what shame I feel. Well, we do. Very often our shame is common.
It's common.
Yeah.
And that's the very reason why I created BAL Method. It's really for every woman to know that they all need to start believing in themselves. And when they do, then they take actions with the tool, then they lead. But the fact of doing it as a community makes us elevate higher. And even this, you sharing this incredible stories and understanding of how you came yourself to discover that you got to carry that gift that you didn't let yourself be, but you worked on your inside to like, okay, let me make it my mission. And it's you can use that as an example because it speaks to everyone. Everybody goes through whatever you went through. Your story is a gift to everyone else when you share it. But if you keep it quiet, you're doing wrong to all of us because we need to hear it.
Absolutely. And I say to the women that I work with, I know that you've got a story that you really want to share with the world, and the world really needs to know it. It's both of those things. Yeah.
Yes. It's almost your responsibility because you've gone through it, because of who you are, because of where you're coming from. There is no one that can say it better than you. No one.
Thank you. Well, there are a lot of other very good communication coaches out there too, but I received that. Thank you very much.
Yes, because no one has. Do you think it's common to have 7 languages? I don't think so. Do you think it's common to have seen so many cultures and to be able to finally understand that diversity is an invitation to connect? That's so powerful. And I want to really emphasize that for our discussion today. It's just like, let's look at diversity and differences as an invitation. It's like we're so the same in our differences.
Yeah, and that's what makes the world beautiful. There's a phrase in Italian, actually, il mondo è bello perché è diverso.
Oh, I love that. Il mondo è bello perché è diverso.
Brava! I didn't know you spoke Italian.
We speak everything when you have the Arabic dialect, you know, it's like you can pronounce anything.
Moroccans are amazing. Hats off, you guys are amazing. And it means the world is beautiful. I mean, I know you know it from French, right? The world is beautiful because it's diverse, because it's different, because it's varied. Yeah.
I love it. So I always ask my guests, oh, let's see, we have Sena is here with us. Thank you, ladies, for this wonderful and insightful conversation. I'm impressed with your language skills, Alison, Sena says.
Thank you so much, Sana. I'm also impressed with yours, I have to say.
Yeah. It's incredible. These women are just amazing. And we will have you in our show soon, Sana, to share the incredible work you're doing as well. Yeah. So I always ask my guests about their own understanding and definition of leadership. What do you think makes a leader?
Courage, integrity, devotion to service, and a goal that's bigger than you. And the ability to inspire people through your voice, through your message. Yeah.
And you're doing it so beautifully. So beautiful.
So are you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And it's leadership, it's the embodiment, like who you are. It's not even doing things, it's just being. It's aligned version of you. Like deciding that this is my gift, let me give it. Deciding that I'm going to work through my inner self so that I can overcome the trauma and everything and just be at ease with it.
Absolutely. And when you decide to become that mission, nothing else matters. You don't care about, what are people thinking about me? What do I look like? How do I sound? All of this, because you're so devoted to that.
Look at us. You were supposed to be in your office this morning. You are with such an elegance turned your classroom into an incredible studio discussion, and I'm just so impressed. And we did all of that within 5 minutes before we went live. This is the behind the scene that I'm sharing, because that shows your leadership. And I think the power of all of that is to be able to stay grounded with anything that comes.
Thank you. Yes, I think as a teacher, you need to be flexible anyway. You need to be, and I'm, in my classroom, so I'm definitely in teacher mode. You need to be able to make the lesson work, no matter what. The IT is not working, no matter what, whatever is happening. Somebody's doing something. Okay, it doesn't matter. This is what we're going to do today.
Exactly.
And it gets done.
And it takes a leader to be able to do that. And the beauty of it is that you show others that it's okay.
Yeah,
Because, yeah.
and you don't have to be perfect. You really don't have to be
Mm,
perfect. And I think, and especially
mm,
somewhere like Cambridge, there is this big pressure that I'm not going to open my mouth until I know that the words that come out are absolutely perfect. Well, you'll be waiting a very long time, because I
mm.
play that game too. And it
Yeah.
does happen in places like this. And I'm sure you remember that too from your time in Harvard, that there is a pressure to perform.
Oh,
When
yes.
I use the word perform in the REAP formula, perform is really about being present. It's not about pressure.
That's
Yeah.
true. And it's funny you bring in my time to at Harvard. When I arrived at Harvard, I didn't really speak English. I had the barely level to have the TOEFL and go and get things. But and I'm like, what am I gonna do? And so I went and I chose only math and coding and things that do not need the
Wow.
speaking. It's like just numbers so that I
Wow.
can, okay, take off the pressure of needing to articulate and speak. And that's what I did the first semester. It was like all just numbers. I can do numbers no matter what language it is. So we find a way to work around things. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
But you're amazing. You're amazing. And I mean, hearing you speak English now, I would have thought that you'd grown up speaking it.
oh yes, no. But it has been a long time though. I got my PhD. Woo, long time ago. I graduated in 98.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Yes.
June 98. Just yesterday. It
Yeah.
feels so good. So, and like we coming back to this, education and academia and you being in Cambridge, it just brings back the magic of being in those surrounding and the beauty of you bring a little bit of more of emotional intelligence that often is lacking in the scientific approach of academia and learning, and the masculine paradigm of just learning is so
Yeah.
needed for us, women and men, for that matter. But
Yeah, I think there are a few places more masculine in the sense that you're talking about than the Department of Engineering here in Cambridge. It's very much that vibe. So it's lovely to bring something else as well. And students are very, very receptive to it. Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. So how do we get to people connect with, understand more about your methods so we can
So
share? Mhm,
yeah, I'm on LinkedIn.
mhm,
Send me a DM on LinkedIn. I'm Alison Judge. If you find Alison Judge, communication coach,
mhm,
Cambridge, that's all this is, communication coach, but also
mhm,
at the University of Cambridge. If they
mhm.
send me a DM, I'll be very happy to answer their questions.
That's beautiful because if there is no communication, you can do anything. We spend our day needing to sell ourselves, sell
Right,
our product,
right.
to sell our expertise, to sell our CV, and it starts with communication.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And without it, things can get really bad really quickly, from misunderstandings to much worse. I mean, I believe that wars start because the communication wasn't there.
Wow. Yeah. Misunderstanding, like interpretation that were not clarified or purified, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is beautiful. Well, thank you so much for this beautiful conversation, for shedding light on the power of working in yourself so that you can communicate better. And it's okay if we go through traumas or things that have blocked us. Let's just let go of it and
Yes.
recreate us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Hind. It's been such a pleasure to talk with you, and you're an inspiration too.
Mm, thank you very much. This series are just incredible. I mean, we share the objective is really to highlight leaders that are so different from us and from each other, yet we all go through the same thing. But one thing in common is that there is a drive, and you said it earlier when you gave your definition of leadership, is the devotion to service, devotion to helping, devotion to really providing something that would create a better space to all for us. Yeah. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sana. She said that's all music to my ears. We love you so much. Sending all the love to everybody watching us. Thank you. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you, everyone. You can stay with me.